Hi, welcome to some more Philball photography Photoshop tutorials. Today I'm going to have a quick chat about some car shots. I didn't actually take these photos. These are taken by a friend of mine on a road trip, and we're putting them on a blog that we co-author, and just wanted to make them a little cleaner and make them pop a little bit more. They're actually taken with a point-and-shoot camera, but I just wanted to use this as an example of how even a poor camera, if you compose a shot nicely and do a little bit of Photoshop, you can really make some kind of cool images. So anyway, let's just go through the history window of these images and what I've done with them. This one I'm going to start from the beginning. The next one I'll just go through quickly, some of the later edits. But in any case, I had to do a crop to straighten the image, and I cropped it to the 4:6 format that we use for SLRs. The compact cameras actually use a slightly more square format. Then I used the curves options to do some sort of split toning, and you'll see that some of that blueness comes into the shadows here. I'll actually do a little bit more of that later, but I just thought I'd see how that would look. Then I duplicated the layer, and I did a darkening. Well, actually I fiddled around with some different darkening options here to darken the sky up. So I kind of played around and looked at some different ideas, and then eventually applied a gradient mask, which you use the gradient and the quick mask mode. You exit the quick mask mode to create a selection, and then just cut that out. So that gives you a layer there. I tweaked the opacity a little bit. So it wasn't quite as strong. Then I went back into color balance and started putting some yellows into the highlights and some more blues into the shadows. Changed the opacity back a little bit stronger. Put a very slight vignette on there that you would barely see. Flattened all of those edits into one layer, and then finally tweaked the contrast, and you get the final image. So if I go back and forth, you get the start image, then you get the end. It's not a masterpiece or anything. I just thought I'd sort of show you that process, and what a little bit of contrast and some edits like that can do to an image. Darkening the sky using the gradient filter to help you darken the sky, but not the lower portion. You could probably argue it might be slightly underexposed still. And in this other picture, it's not really starting from the start. I've already darkened the sky quite a bit. But what I do next is I color balance it a little bit. It was looking a little bit too blue for my taste, so I put it back towards the yellow side, and then duplicated the layer and actually blurred this sky just a little bit, because I was starting to see some posterizing going on, mainly just because of the quality of the image and how much darkening I'd applied already. And I had to mask off the bottom so that the car wouldn't be blurred. So there we are, back to there. Flattened the image, applied another slight vignette. I don't like to make it too obvious, and don't always use it, but when I do, I make it quite slight. And then I go in and I create a black and white layer to apply my high pass filter to, and then change that to overlay mode, and that gives you this kind of bold and more sort of I guess it makes it pop a little bit more, something like that. It's a little bit like the clarity slider in Lightroom, but I didn't want that to apply to the sky, because I started getting back into this weird posterizing in the sky. So I went back in and removed the high pass from the sky, so the sky was still more sort of blurry, and then flattened the image and applied a little bit more contrast to it, just like last time. This is my favorite image of the set. I like the sort of texture of the ground around it. In this case, his horizon was already pretty level, and I liked the fact that I did tweak the horizon a little bit, and I just stuck the horizon right in the middle. You know, sometimes you avoid doing that and you use the rule of thirds. In this case, I like putting it in the middle, because the car is filling this bottom half, and the sky is kind of moody and kind of smooth in contrast to the texture at the bottom. But anyway, those are those edits. If I go back, it kind of looks a little soft almost when you look at the original image. By the time you get down to the high pass and the color and everything like that, I think it pops and looks a little better. So anyway, not a slam on my friend's photography or anything like that, just a way to edit things and kind of make them pop and stand out a little bit. I think he actually did a really good job with his composition and positioning of the car and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, just thought I'd have a quick chat about some edits. We've got more car photography coming, so look out for that on my blog. Thanks.